Nay. I was nay from the time it started.
Nay.
Nej.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a nay. It's too complicated.
Nay. Nay. Always been a waste of time. I've always said that.
I'm in favor. I think everybody has to differentiate and use their own approaches. Yes.
Nay.
Nej.
Nay.
Nay.
No.
Nay.
Yes.
Nej.
Nay.
Yay, but carefully. I think IMA needs to go a little bit back to basic.
It's an A. As a risk manager, I believe that we need to pay more attention to the soft issues of risk management. The advanced measurement approach is a quantitative aspect of risk management. And until you get the soft issues right, going to the advanced measurement approach will not yield the desired result.
Issue for the auditing firms, and a certain amount of it represents a certain amount of discordance in the inside the regulatory world. But we need to figure out a way to have internal models be employed, even if it's just for internal P&L allocation, as opposed to that which is reported to the regulators and the shareholders.
AMA seems to indicate that we can manage operational risk with models, which I don't think it's possible. It's more a matter of philosophy or culture.
AMA, well, it sounds though AMA is going, from what I hear, that the regulators are rethinking AMA because it's been a very expensive business for banks to implement AMA, and of course, the numbers that come out at the end are pretty meaningless because of all the estimates that have to be made along the way. I'm not quite as negative about AMA as some other people, because I think one of the things regulators wanted to do with AMA was to force banks to devote more resources to operational risk, because they said that was, where the really big risks are for banks, and I think that's probably even more true today than it was in the early 1990s when AMA was introduced. So I think AMA did achieve a lot in terms of sensitizing people to operational risks. The process you go through in trying to implement AMA probably achieved a lot. The actual number that came out at the end was probably not that meaningful, but the process banks went through in implementing AMA, in my opinion, sensitized banks to what are very important risks that they face.